The Russian cyber plot was widespread. More than 1,000 organizations were hit with malicious emails and other attacks. Vlad Comey says the Russians wanted the U.S. to know what they were doing, and he said that they are likely to do it again.
Jeff, how convinced are intelligence leaders that the Russians could interfere in another U.S. election or perhaps one of our allies?
Well, it's certainly something, Vlad, that they are concerned about right now, especially when they look at what's happening overseas in Europe. There are upcoming elections there, and there is widespread concern about Russian cyber attacks there. And that's why we've seen some agencies within the U.S. government sending cyber agents overseas to help the Europeans and other allies. So there is concern among law enforcement and intelligence agencies that this is something that the Russians may try to do again.
And Jeff, as you've pointed out in your report, FBI Director Comey declined to respond to a number of questions. But what did some of his answers reveal?
Well, listen, we counted it up. I mean, at least 34 times. He said he couldn't comment on this, and what that reveals is that this is a pretty broad investigation and it is ongoing. Typically, the FBI does not comment on ongoing investigations, so the fact that Comey was up there confirming some information that has been out there for some time is really significant in this case, and the scope of what he says this investigation is all about, investigating the extent of Russian meddling in the election, investigating whether there was collusion, investigating whether this was a criminal act. So the fact that he revealed all of that and at the same time offered no comment 34 times at least, that is pretty significant.
And Jeff, we saw something unprecedented, which is the President of the United States tweeting from the POTUS account, and then we saw Director Comey getting asked questions about the tweets from that account. What did you make of that?
Well, we'll have to see if President Trump refers to this Russia investigation, as he has in the past, as a ruse and a scam. Director Comey made it pretty clear that this is a serious investigation and it is ongoing.
And finally, Jeff, do we know any additional information that the Russian cyber plot, about the Russian cyber plot and its role in other organizations?
Well, it was pretty widespread, and as we've reported here several weeks ago, it involved thousands of malicious emails that were sent out to all sorts of government agencies, private industry, as well as Democratic Party organizations, as many of us know right now. And so this was a pretty widespread thing, and as you heard Comey say during the hearing, there was pretty bold, pretty brazen. The Russians wanted U.S. officials to know that they were behind it.
All right, Jeff Pegues reporting for us. Thank you, Jeff.
All right.